Hi everyone, Diane here. Welcome to my channel, my studio. Christmas is coming and we've got quite a few things actually to give away at the moment, so stay with me, and also a couple of things that you might like to purchase, which I'm going to talk about very briefly. First of all though, before I forget, tomorrow on Patreon we've got, on our drop, we've got our Q&A live, where I'm going to be in the conversation there answering all of your comments. It'll be me and Tamsin chatting about the questions that you've asked and answering them, hopefully, and so hopefully you'll enjoy that. So I want everybody to turn up who's a member of Patreon, and if you aren't already, perhaps you could join. It's not very expensive if you feel like treating yourself, and if you come along to that Q&A, then you can be entered into a giveaway, and the giveaway is not the Meaden one. The Meaden one is still running, and I will just briefly interject with that. If you go to meadenart.com and place an order for no matter how much, using, and you have to do this, using the code Diane15, which gives you 15% off, and making sure that it goes through the Meaden website and not through Prime on Amazon, then you can be entered into a competition to win a significant prize from Meaden, which will be handed out somewhere around about Christmas time, maybe just after. There are a couple of prizes there, I think 3. So that's that, just to remind you of that. That will be running until Christmas, because we're already in like the end of the first week, aren't we, in December? So that'll be running for a couple more weeks. So there's that. But this giveaway, I am giving away something which you can no longer get from anywhere. This time last year, I collaborated with Craftmo. Now this isn't going to happen again, for reasons which may or may not be apparent, but our brush set came out last year and it was an absolute roaring success, and we completely sold out in no time at all, and we were very happy with the 5-star response that we've got on their website. And if you go to their website, you'll see that it says not available at the moment, coming soon, but it won't be coming soon. Certainly not as far as I'm concerned, it won't be anyway, because we have no agreement to produce anymore. But I have a set that I can give away. Not this one, this is one that I have opened and have used, but I have got a set that I'm going to give away to some lucky person who goes to our Q&A and leaves a comment underneath the video, and that will be tomorrow. Okay, so this is your last chance to find out about it. So if you do that, then you may very well win this set, which has got inside it a beautiful 1-inch flat. These brushes are very big. I opted for the biggest brushes I could think that would be useful when I designed this, and so you've got that, and then you've got a 1/2-inch round mop, rather 1/2-inch mop. You've got a 3/4-inch cat's tongue. This one is a beautiful shape, nice for leaves. You've got a size 14 round, and there is also a 12 round, which I can't put my hands on at the moment, and no, that's this one, a 12 round, and a number 4 rigger. That's the one I can't find at the moment. So there's that, and so you get that in a very nice box. I'm not a big fan of packaging, but this one is well packaged. It's got a painting of mine, and it comes with a print as well of that painting, which you can frame. So that's on offer for free to the lucky winner of the prize that I've just mentioned. And I'll put details in the description below in case you haven't quite understood what I was saying, because I probably haven't made it very clear, but I hope I have. Anyway, so moving on. We have also just put on our website, dianeantone.com. If you go there, you will find our new range of mugs. We've got these Blobby Bird mugs, which have got a choice of different colours on the inside and a choice of designs. I think there are 3 different designs. There's the purple Blobby Bird, I think there are 4 actually. The orange one that comes with the black, or green I think is another option for the inside, and probably another colour. So you've got those, and they come in a few days. They are available at the moment if you order them. And also we have our 2024 Christmas mug, which is based on a design I did last year of mice in Christmas stockings. So that is the 2024 Christmas mug, which I think came out rather well. I'm quite pleased with these. So they're there. And so now the other thing I have to mention is what? Yeah, I've mentioned Meaden, I've mentioned the giveaway on Patreon, and I've mentioned the mugs. So now we can get on and do a painting. I have got here a couple of ideas for colour schemes, which is never my strongest point. And one of the reasons why I am so grateful for my iPad is because I can find, and I'm not going to copy these paintings, I just have them standing there in front of me so that I can see the colours and get an idea of what's going to work when I put my paintbrush into my paints. And I know a lot of other people are in the same kind of boat as me. I don't know what you would call it. It's just a lack of imagination, I think, really. I'm using a piece of Meaden watercolour paper. This is the 10x7, and this is a piece of rough, but it's not very rough. The reason I'm using that is because it's on the top. It's the top sheet in one of their blocks, which has got 3 different textures in it: rough, cold press and hot press. I wouldn't recommend this pad. If I were you, when you go and buy your paper from Meaden, I would go for the cold press or the hot press or the rough, but not all 3 in one, because they're all joined together in 3 sections. And not only that, for some reason, and don't know quite why this is, the cold press has got a very distinct yellowish tinge to it, which is not going to work very well for my grey theme here that I'm going to be doing for this painting. So anyway, I just noticed that, and I have talked to Meaden about this. I've told them that I don't like this pad, and they're talking about reworking the whole concept and making it, either forgetting about it completely or else making it more practical, because it really isn't very practical at all, as I'm sure you can figure out for yourself. So I've just very quickly just sketched in a half, what you could call a half wreath, a kind of curved line here, and I've popped in 3 little birds, and we're going to put leaves and things like that behind them. And I'm planning on doing it somewhere between these 2 colourways. This is very grey, and I like that, but I thought that might be a little bit sombre. I don't know. And this one is, it's got the same kind of greys here. It's much brighter. This is obviously artificial intelligence generated, or if not that, then it's been done on Procreate or something like that. Whereas this one looks like it might have been a real piece of art. Anyway, it doesn't matter, because I'm not interested in the art. I'm just interested in the colours. So here we've got some, what looks like dark olive or hookers or Windsor green. One of those is the dark one. And then we've got sap green, something like that, olive green, various different greens mixed up there and combined with this kind of blue eucalyptus green type of colour, eucalyptus blue, or whatever. They're all made up. I don't think any of these really exist. Then over here we've got holly. Holly's not really that colour. Holly's much kind of yellower than that. But anyway, it looks nice, and that's fine. And then we've got berries and bits and pieces. So something between those 2 is what I'm going to be aiming for, I think. So I probably won't hit the spot. I probably won't, but we will start in a second. I did a painting a little while ago where I painted in some very, very light leaves in the background. And then once that was dry, I kind of layered up more leaves over the top of it. So I think I might have a go at doing that. The other day we did one, didn't we, where I did a background which was one complete even layer, light colour of it was the granulating paints from Kuretake, and that made a really nice starting point. Somehow you've got to get started if you are painting, you know, kind of, I don't know, from imagination, is it? From the heart or whatever. So you've got to get started, but I don't want to do the same thing again. So I think I might try this. I've grabbed a size 8 round, and I'm going to, this is a light grey. I'm not quite sure what colour they call it. It's written on the back. No, it's not. But anyway, it's light grey, and with a bit of water mixed in, that will give us something. I could try it out. I think it's this one here. Yeah, so that's kind of quite nice. So let's just start up here and more or less randomly just practice. We could call it practice, couldn't we? Practice constructing some some grey leaves. And this is not going to be the be-all and end-all of the whole design. This is just somewhere to start. And we'll do something else over the top. And I've got my 3 little birds there. So this is just to break the ice, so to speak. And we'll build it up from there. So we'll pick up a slightly darker and maybe put, at this point, we could put in our stalk of the branch or the wreath or whatever it wants to be called. And there's no reason why you shouldn't change the colour. If you want to, as you go down, you could maybe go towards, you could go pinkish, you could go bluish, greenish, turquoise-ish. Let's put a little bit of turquoise in there. Okay, and then extend the stem round and down to here, and we have something for this bird to stand on, something for this one to stand on, and something for this one to stand on. So maybe it might be quite fun to do the birds next. I'm not sure. Maybe we'll do, yeah, well, I don't know. Let's go for a slightly darker greenish colour. This one here, it's a kind of deep turquoise. I'm just going to mix that in with the grey that we had. And then I think I might I don't know if you can hear that noise outside. Somebody seems to be using a chainsaw or something. They would start that just as I started to record. Hopefully it won't go on too long. So if you're a member of Patreon and you haven't yet left a question on Patreon in response to our request for questions for the Q&A, you've still got a chance to do that because we haven't recorded it yet. But this will be going up tomorrow evening, our time, so about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, somewhere around about there. Can't remember, 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 9 o'clock our time. Yes, so if you haven't yet asked a question and you have one that you'd like answered about anything, really, anything to do with painting, anything to do with our recent trip to, where did we go? Egypt, I think. Anything, just pop your question on there. And if you don't know where to go, have a look in the description below and you'll be able to find out. Okay, so we have some nice light colours in the background there. And let me see, I think I want to it's all a matter of, what do we do next, really? Maybe I'll paint the birds. Let's find a smaller brush. And are we going to make them into robins or are we going to make them into chickadees? I think probably chickadees. So let's go for some beige. Let's put some beige or cream colour from this set. It's a good one for neutrals, really, this Art Nouveau set. And at the moment, I can't remember exactly what the configuration of a chickadee is, so I'm going to call that the sort of background, and I will go and find a picture. Okay, so I now know what a chickadee looks like, so I'm going to do my version of one of those. And I was right about the colour of the chest, so we just need to basically give them a little black cap like that, using a size 5 here. So just give them a little black cap. And then they have a little bit of black under their beak. We'll let that dry. And then we need to go to a sort of grey colour again. So I'll just mix that black with a little bit of grey, and we'll pop in the wings and the back. And I think their tails tend to be on the grey side as well. And this area here is kind of white. We'll put the eyes in a minute. And they have grey legs as well. So this one, his feet are just tucked underneath him up here. And when we put his eye in, he'll look better then. And so this one up here. And this one here. Just keep them really simple. And he can have great legs coming down to the branch. And I think they have quite dark beaks. I'll put their eyes in with a pen later. Okay, so we'll just leave that like that. And then let's go back to our leaves. And I think I might try and put in some holly. Perhaps, so we have something that looks a little bit more festive. So we'll just paint over. To try to keep the lines a little bit pointy at the points of the holly. So you need a fairly small brush with a good point. I think some of my brushes might be getting a bit worn. Vary the green a little bit. It's a good idea, I suppose. Bring the changes a bit, some darker, some lighter. And in a minute I'm going to put on some berries. Just kind of go all the way around, I suppose. Maybe I'll put some gold. I'm not sure. I haven't used very much in the way of metallics so far this year, I don't think. I don't know why. So I should mention again for anyone who missed it at the beginning that we now have a much improved website with a range of products on there for you to enjoy. And as far as the sketches go, I have spoken about this once or twice, but not everyone will have seen the last video or the one before. We now have a system which we've devised whereby I'm going to put some berries on. I'm going to put some mauve ones first and see how that goes. Just pick up this colour here. We've been giving away our sketches of the paintings that we do for free, and we're going to continue to do that. But because of various different issues that have cropped up over the years to do with spamming, we've had to alter our website a bit. So what we need to do is we're going to have to ask you to basically purchase something that we've called a studio pass. And for £1, £1, £2 Canadian dollars, you have this pass, and the pass will give you initially 10 free downloads of our paintings. The 10 will be renewed every month. You don't have to pay the $1 every month. You just pay that once. So it's just to stop spammers, and you get 10 free downloads a month. Okay, and this has got nothing to do with Patreon or anything like that. This is just literally being basically a member of our studio on the website. So if you just go over to the website, and the link is in the description below, as usual. Okay, so let's put a little bit of dark on the wings and so on of these here birds. And a little strengthening up of the toes. And I'm just going to do their eyes as well, because they need their eyes. Whoops, I just dipped my pen into the water. Right, so let's, oh, I don't know, what's the next thing to do? We'll put some veins in these holly leaves. And I'm going to put in some more, let me see, some more kind of just green, like that. And then maybe we'll put some red as well. We need to put the decorations on our Christmas tree. We put the lights, the tree up. We have an artificial tree because €70 for a Christmas tree. Not a very big one, not a very nice one. I'm not going to pay that. I'd sooner use our artificial one that we've had for years. And I think it looks very pretty. It comes with lights already and they work. Do you remember the years when we used to, you'd put your tree up and you'd connect up the lights and they wouldn't work? Oh gosh, I don't know how many times that happened. It used to happen all the time. Nowadays, I don't think it happens anywhere near as much. Okay, so let's have a few more, which is a good thing, I think, although it was part of the fun of Christmas. The lights don't work. And I'm not making a Christmas cake this year because we had far too much sugar in our diet while we were in Egypt and need to redress the balance a bit, I think, detox. And I'm going to do some fur, and I'm going to use my little magic brush, this little Pro Art sword liner, which is very, very long. You can see how long that is. A very long set of hairs on this brush. And I'm going to pick up some grey again. I want it to be fairly loose. And what we're going to do is get it started on here. So I'm just trying to make sure I don't put my arm in the paint. I think this sort of thing makes all the difference. So it turns into something which is not really a wreath. It's not really, it's just a kind of branch, a part wreath kind of thing, but not really. You don't have to have this brush. You can do this with a very small round. Just use the very tip of it. But this is kind of a little bit more fun. And it's when you get to this stage and you've basically constructed the painting and you start to think, oh, now what shall I do? Shall I carry on, do more? Because you could, or you could stop, or you could start thinking about putting in some gold or something like that. If you can find it. You can put some veins into your darker leaves in gold so they show up. Or you could use white. And you could put some gold berries in using a gold pen, or you could use gold paint from one of your sets. And just fill in all the spaces. And if you wanted to, at this point, you could grab your pen, your black pen, and you could outline the leaves and things if you wanted to. Or you could just say, I think it's time to stop. It's nearly lunchtime. Maybe you might want to write something in the middle, like, you know, something original, like Merry Christmas. Just done it in pencil there. Probably a good idea to do it in pencil first and go over it in pen. And I'll just rub out some of the pencil marks from the little birds. Okay, so that will do for today. Quite a lot of pressure on us all at the moment to get things done in time for I don't know what, but anyway, so have a look in the description below the video and find out about all the things that I've been talking about in a little bit more of a coherent manner, and visit us on Patreon for, if you're a patron, Patreon tomorrow night, Q&A and giveaway of, remember, this, the set of brushes from Craft Mo. Yes, your last chance. If you haven't already got a set, this will be your last chance to get one. So we'll see you there. Bye everybody. Bye for now.